in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot. And for the Clippers, we've got Patrick Beverley. Batum is out there with Ibaka. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's George in at the shooting guard position. Three-pointer, Lillard, kept alive. McCollum right side. 6 to shoot. And he makes good on the layup. Some of the best in the game go at it here tonight. Chris, what an incredible guard matchup we have here in this one.
Kevin, there are some all-time greats playing at the guard spots these days. Will be a fun matchup to watch.
So the Portland Trailblazers able to put the first points up on the board. The shot by George, wide open. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, you don't see that very often. A wide-open three is usually like a layup for him.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Beverley finds Leonard. Back to Beverley. Over Lillard. Rebound by the Trailblazers. And here's McCollum for 3. Hits the three-point bomb. McCollum's got 5 now.
He creates so much offense. I mean, Lillard puts intense pressure on the defense to react.
Beverley, the pass to George. Shot to stop the run, and he lays it up and in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you got to bring much faster help than that.
Now here's McCollum. He has 5. Here's Lillard. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And the dunk by Batum.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverley, just dishing the ball to the wide open man easily.
Batum against Lillard. Covington kicks to Nurkic. Batum grabs the miss. The Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Beverley the pass to Leonard. High post to Ibaka. The pass to Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot comes out. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist by McCollum.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about them not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Now here's George down low. Here's Batum. The layup off target.
That works just like they drew it up until the part where he short arms to the head.
McCollum no good. Clippers trail by 5. The 3 from George. Los Angeles with another miss. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. George with the defensive effort.
A fantastic effort on D to get up in his face and deny the layup.
Here's Leonard. That one misses. And it's Portland the other way. And oh, here we go. Covington's got it. The fast break chance. Nurkic in the post. Ibaka on him.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Los Angeles with another miss.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Lillard with the bucket.
Lillard's so focused, even from way outside. He knows he can still make these shots.
There's 47 seconds left to play in the first. George up top. He is guarded by McCollum. Here's Ibaka. The jumper's good from inside 6 feet.
And offensively, Ibaka's been spending more time out on the perimeter, but watching him work inside there, you realize that may still be his bread and butter.
Now here's McCollum. 5 points in the game. Lillard dishes to McCollum. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game.
Oh, look at the fearlessness of McCollum. Smaller guard is willing to get whacked when he's going to the rack.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
Clippers trail by 8. Here's Beverly. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Passes to Kennard. The 3-ball. Drains the three-pointer.
And they set Kennard up so well. He takes a composed shot and drains it.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And so the first quarter is in the books. Trailblazers lead by 5. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. Anthony out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's Derek Jones. Then it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And it's Simons in at the point guard. Kanter, the pass to Simons. No good on that one. Good work defensively by Morris. Clippers trail by 3.
Anthony's getting more floor time last season. He worked his way into the Blazers' rotation. He's still young, though. It seems like he can carve a rollout on his team.
Portland with the ball. Following the miss by DeMarcus Cousins. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Appreciate the effort, though, making his presence felt defensively.
And the Clippers making a change here. Jackson's checked in, and a switch here also for Portland. Little, he's checked in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson.
And Simons a bit undersized at that 2-guard position, only 6'3", but a natural 2 with playmaking ability.
Ultimately, this team wants him to be a scoring threat off the bench. I mean, have him come in firing from outside. He's got a lot of work to get to that point.
Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with Hakeem, and those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. To do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible, and I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. Morris finds Zubac. Here's Cousins. Back to Jackson. Pass to Kennard. 6 on the shot clock. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here, and that one is good from Zubac.
Facilitating from the inside. I mean, that can be a valuable asset from any offense.
Simons, the pass to Carmelo. Trying to end the drought. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Here's the break. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Kennard's got the lead up to 3 now for the Clippers. Little passes to Simons. Stolen by Jackson. And here again, Los Angeles in transition. Up the court they go.
Oh, man, and Jackson is terrific at playing both ends of the floor. And his trademark quickness, really putting forth a great effort on defense to come away with that steal.
Here's Simons. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Pass to Kanter. Shoots it up. Anthony left side. Goes back up. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the ref to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. The 3 from George. Drains it from beyond the arc. George has got 5 now.
And I love the floor spacing George gives you. His range seems to extend a little every year.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul. Reggie Jackson's checked in for the Clippers. 1:32 left in the second quarter. A three from McCollum sinks the triple. He's got 10.
Well, and sometimes you just got to assume every three McCollum is going to take is going to go in.
George passes to Ibaka. Back to George. Here's Batum. Ibaka, great positioning on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 5.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Covington wide open. He fires. And he starts out with a miss in this one. Here now, the Clippers. They're on a 15-5 run. Jackson against Lillard. Nurkic with the steal. And now Portland on the break. Lillard with the ball. Right at the free throw line. And again, it's Portland converting.
And whether he's creating for himself or spotting up, Lillard's jumper is a wizard.
George passes to Leonard. There's 25 seconds left in the first half of the game.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. And Lillard kicks to Powell. They grab their own miss. And Covington stays with it.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. The three from George. No good that time. And a close game so far through the first.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They did give up a couple. Thanks for joining us.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You know, C.J. McCollum has been exceptional here, guys.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
This game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
We've got Kawhi Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the 2. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. The pass to Powell. Lillard outside. To the paint. Here's Nurkic. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. George, that's a 2-pointer. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. George has got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Clippers. Beverley against Lillard. Morris with the rebound. Clippers leading by 5. From deep, George bangs home the trifecta. George has got 10.
He does all the little things. I mean, he does the big things. I mean, he's got them in front with another outstanding performance.
Lillard looking around. Powell, no one around him. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. He has 5.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game. But you can see why after that sequence.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Here's Simons. No points in the game yet for him. Beyond the arc. And he's good on the 3 ball.
He'll do some damage if they give him that shot. Don't give him a clean look. Get out there on him. Well, Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. Looked good as a third scoring option for the team.
Now here's Cousins. Kennard's shot is off.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
And with Melo not having to bear so much of the scoring load, I think was good for him.
Yeah, especially since he took about a year off from playing. Melo had to take a long look in the mirror about how he can help teams win during his absence. But he clearly has something left to offer.
Cousins hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. And the Clippers lead by 2. And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trail Blazers. Dishes it to Anthony. Lock at 6. That shot no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Jackson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces. But title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. Cousins, no good.
That's the only way to hold him in check. He's got it inside. You got to have a body on him right away.
And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That's his first foul. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. Over Kennard. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Now Jackson. Pass to Kennard. There's the triple. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got his 4th assist in this one.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Now here's Jones. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Simons, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Now here's Jackson. Defense right on him. Ibaka, the pass to Jackson. Here's Kennard, and it's blocked. Outside, Jones. Anthony left side. We've got 13 seconds left in the third quarter. And he overshot that one, missing. Now here's Jackson. Count it, good. Here's Simons. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Los Angeles, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play right there.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the center position.
He hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. The good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
And now the Clippers on the break. Here's Leonard. Got it from 16 feet. And the Clippers lead by 6.
Yeah, and from mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
Now, here's Lillard. Pass to Nurkic. Plenty of space. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
No, you're right. He'd take that 10 out of 10 times. He's not going to miss many of those.
Leonard against Lillard. Leonard dishes to Beverly. Outside, George. It's deflected. Nurkic with the steal. Poked loose. Zubats with it. Now guarded by Nurkic. George against Powell. George passes to Zubats. Basket good.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
It's McCollum on the wing. He dishes it to Covington. Shakes him. And the layup is good.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
And here's Beverly. Outside Leonard. Three-pointer. And it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic has got 6 rebounds in the game.
He's been off the mark, but somehow he hasn't held them back as a team.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's called about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Los Angeles leading by 6. Back to Leonard. Pass to George. Back to Leonard. Outside, George, just 5 on the clock. He's looking for Leonard and finds him.
And with a good mix of power and agility, Leonard can throw it down with the best of it.
Leonard against Powell. Lillard, right side. Back to Nurkic. Just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. A 3 from Leonard. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's McCollum. Powell finds Lillard. Portland moving the ball around. Nurkic with it. Now the pass to Lillard. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Strong D on the perimeter. That's how you got to play.
The 3 from George. But they get it back. Platoon passes to George. Deep. That one doesn't go. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Leonard kicks to Batum. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. The 3 from McCollum. Portland no good that time either. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. The tray. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, the game got away from them, but hopefully they've learned some things, and hopefully they'll be able to make some adjustments next time. And Leonard is known for being a clutch shooter. He's the guy they go to. He's the guy they believe in.
Well, for the Clippers, they can just run out the clock. George dishes to Beverly. So the Clippers with the win. Probably a little. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. The view high above our broad. Now it's ended.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, D.A. Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Jamal Murray is out there with Will Barton. Then it's Porter. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Gordon in at the 4 spot. And for Los Angeles, Batum is out there with Ibaka. And there's Jackson. Then it's Paul George. And it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. Now here's Gordon. Jokic trying to free himself up. Great D that time from Batum.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Right block shot. The shot off that time. Good defense by Jokic. Porter outside. The rebound by Ibaka. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers from 17 feet out. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. And here's Los Angeles. Jacks up a 3. Jokic grabs the miss. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That is his first foul of the game. Nuggets have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Murray surveying the D. Fires for 3. A three-pointer is right on target.
Murray already a capable shooter from deep. I think the more shots he takes like this, the better he'll become at it.
And if you're drawing up your starting 5 for team irrational confidence, Jamal Murray makes a strong case. This guy is fearless.
A shot by Batum, no good.
Still can't get anything going here after 3 tries.
Denver with a new 14. Murray outside. Shot clock at 6. From beyond the arc and then some. Murray's got 6. And Murray, we know, can be streaky, Greg. Still mid-30% for his career from three-point range.
Of course, the degree of difficulty pretty high on a lot of his shots. Off the bounce with the hand in his face. And he's more than a shooter, a versatile scorer who can get it done in a variety of ways.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Murray. He has 6. Pass to Gordon. Murray outside. From deep three-point range. It's hauled in by George.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
Now here's Porter. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Jackson against Murray. Plays it up and banks it in. He's got 8.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
A minute 50 left to play in the first quarter. Outside, George. Back to Jackson. Ibaka, the pass to George. And George with the stuff.
One of the great athletes in the league, and there are a bunch of them, but he's at the top of the list. Ferocity on that throwdown from Paul George.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. For 3, Murray. Again, the miss by Murray. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 1.
You know, Batum is not just a scorer. He's a really good all-around player, very effective at finding the open man, too.
Now here's Murray. 8 points for him. From deep, an absolute bomb from three-point range. Murray's got 11 points.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
George double teamed to the inside. Ibaka, the pass to Batum, tries from 10, and Serge Ibaka, the bucket on the assist by Batum.
All that practice on the positioning and timing of the catch and shoot paying huge dividends for Ibaka.
Murray for three. The Clippers grab the miss. George finds Jackson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
That's a smart play Jackson will keep going back to. He knows he'll make it to the rim, get fouled, or maybe both.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Cousins comes in for Nicholas Batum. Morris is checked in for Leonard. And it's Luke Kennard in for Paul George. Now here's Murray. He's got 11. For three, drills the three-pointer. 14 points for him. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Kennard for three. What a performance by Jamal Murray. He has been the story for the Denver Nuggets. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the... And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
Well, the player and ball movement has been excellent. Finding space, operating in space, and when they've gotten open shots, they've knocked them down.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. Austin Rivers is out there with Morris. Then there's Paul Millsap. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Dozier in at the three. And the wide open shot from Morris. The three-pointer off the mark. The Clippers in the lead. Now Beverly. Pass to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
Morris outside, lets it go from deep. That one no good. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Kennard for three. Here's the three. And it's Denver with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And it's McGee penetrating. Morris with the bucket.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Pass to Kennard. Beverly, the pass to Zubac. Morris. There's JaVale McGee with the rebound.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Rivers gets a wide open look. Oh, good with the triple. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Morris looking over the floor. From deep three-point range. And no good that time. The Clippers go the other way with it. And there's the pass to Zubac. And it's sent back by Morris. Here's Dozier, covered by Morris. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But two other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. You know, two guys, when you look at those two, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become. And It's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
And the dunk by Zubac.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
And Denver decides to take their first time out here.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. McGee finds Morris. There's the three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Morris has got 6 in the quarter. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes.
Buries the long-range jumper. And the Clippers lead by 2.
Man, you've got to like the way George puts the right touch and arc on his shots from deep. He's an outstanding shooter from range.
Fires from deep. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
A 3 from Morris. Millsap kicks to Morris. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Again, the miss by Morris.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
And it's good to see George concentrate on getting the ball to the open man. Excellent floor awareness.
And here's Morris for 3. Again, the miss by Morris. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Stolen by Rivers. And so it's the Los Angeles. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets under.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. Some good action during the period. And that does it for our...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been one outstanding game from Jamal Murray.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Batum's out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Ibaka in at the center position. Deep 2 from Murray. Tips it up. Jokic on the follow.
You can't afford to lose sight of Jokic, not even for a second. This guy's always a threat to hurt you on the offensive boards.
Beverley, the pass to Leonard. George against Barton. Back to Leonard. Kicks to George. 6 to shoot. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That's his first foul. The Nuggets trail by 6. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
From deep. Murray, no good. The Clippers shooting at 50% in a decent groove. George passes to Leonard. Murray against Beverley. Here's Ibaka. Back to Beverley. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. For Denver, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Murray kicks to Jokic. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Back to Murray. Takes a 3. Again, the miss by Murray.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
And with what we saw in the bubble, Murray has clearly elevated his game. Showed that he could be a #1 option on offense. I mean, his output was an incredible part of that run for the Nuggets.
Murray outside. From deep three-point range. Denver with a new 14. Gordon up on top. Trying to find Murray, and he gets it to him. He kicks it to Porter. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Boy, Jokic has such special skills offensively and doing some damage in a big way that time on the offensive glass.
Passes it to Leonard. Takes the three. Buries it from three-point range. Leonard's got the lead up to 9 now for the Clippers. You know, Greg, the further we went into the playoffs, the more Jamal Murray looked like a star.
I mean, Kevin, big shots in clutch situations. Logged heavy minutes, but, you know, never wavered. A truly heroic performance from Murray all postseason.
Outside Leonard. Porter with the steal. One-on-one fast break. Barton dishes to Porter. No good from outside. Los Angeles leading by 6. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And again, the turnover by the Clippers.
Boy, that looked like a failure to communicate. You hate unforced errors.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Murray outside. The offensive rebound.
Smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
Yes, they can. They can't allow him to beat them to too many more of those.
And Cousins throws it down.
Cousins doing a nice job using that big body of his to get another possession for his team.
Murray outside. Misses the three.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Jackson passes to Kennard. Can't hit that one. And it's Denver the other way.
Yeah, I tell you what, for him, this has been a game to forget. But somehow they still find themselves with the lead.
Murray outside. The three. Jokic kicks to Porter. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic.
They've cashed in on a lot of second chance opportunities here in the second half. That extra effort will help them cut into this deficit.
Jackson passes to Kennard. Pass to Cousins. Morris outside. But they'll get another chance. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. We're at the end of the third. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And Denver will start the fourth quarter with Jokic is out there with Gordon. Then there's Murray. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Barton in at the 2. Jackson with the bounce pass. Here's Cousins. Sweet move. And that's 2 points on the layup.
Hey, DeMarcus Cousins is really an effective guy inside. Give him the ball.
Murray outside. From deep. The long distance 3 is buried. Murray's got 20.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
Pass to Kennard. Takes a 3. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
Murray with it. The kick out to Barton. 5 to shoot. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. The Clippers in the lead. Jackson with it. Now defended by Jokic. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And the Clippers miss again.
And they get the rebound, but guys, that's been the issue throughout the game.
Yep, and the results on the scoreboard are attributed to how they've been out-rebounded thus far.
To take the lead, it's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Jackson kicks to Morris. Back to Jackson. There's the pass to Morris. Kennard against Rivers.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. And here is Morris. This one for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Cousins has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Kennard, and he's back in business as a jumper finally drops for him. And the Clippers lead by 4. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. And the 3-ball is good.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
And that 3 was big. I mean, it cancels out the triple at the other end, and that appeared to really tighten this game up.
You can sense that the crowd, guys, is starting to feel as though this game just might be theirs.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. They've got to have better shot selection. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Ibaka, no luck.
Boy, the defense got lucky there with him missing, but they don't want to chance that again.
Barton finds Murray. Passes it to Gordon. Back to Murray. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. A 15-footer. That shot off the mark. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. 50 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Pass to George. Outside Leonard. Pass to Batum. Ibaka down low. He's against Gordon.
No time to waste on this possession.
Got to go right up with it and then foul immediately.
It drops. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Easy to see why Gordon has the ball in these moments. He's phenomenal at coming up big.
Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
George looking around, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. And so he hits the technical free throw.
And the perfect time to be perfect at the line. Only a 3 can tie it now.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, no way that should have taken so long. They don't have that much time to waste. They need to foul immediately.
And, you know, the versatile George does so many things well. High-octane player who I think gives you intensity at both ends of the court.
Those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
Denver calls timeout. They're trailing by 5. Just 4 seconds left in the game. Guys, what do you think?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
You know, maybe working on their 60-second drill, even if it doesn't pay off tonight, maybe for the future.
Murray for three. That shot off. So the Clippers with the win. It was a thick. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The bright lights and tall buildings of downtown. And with tip.
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. They've got Porzingis. J.J. Redick is out there with Doncic. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. And it's Hardaway in at the 3 spot. And for the Clippers, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Ibaka in at the 5, roaming the paint.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
What a nice little burst from Patrick Beverley to get in transition.
Here's Doncic. Count it.
Boy, what body control from the Slovenian forward. Doncic comfortable taking on all challengers.
And so Beverley will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other. Consistent shooter from outside the arc. Paul George is terrific at finding space when he needs to get a shot off.
And Redick kicks to Porzingis. 3-pointer. And there's Redick. That's good on the assist by Porzingis.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling 3-point opportunities.
Now here is Ibaka. And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That's his first foul. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Beverley dishes to George. 6 to shoot. Beverley the pass to Ibaka. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley-Stein, a presence defensively.
Nice shot by Porzingis.
Boy, nobody between him and the basket on the break, and the pass was right where it needed to be.
Beverley dishes to Leonard. And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That's his first foul. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Beverley wide open. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Beverley's got 5 points so far.
Boy, that is absolutely gorgeous by DeMarcus Cousins. Run the offense through your big man, and he will find the open man.
Outside, Porzingis beyond the arc. It's hauled in by the Clippers. And Willie Cauley-Stein gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of
good one, yes.
Reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the 2nd rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to...
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Back to Doncic. Wide open look. Batum grabs the miss.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
Kennard for 3. The shot will not fall. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. And the wide open shot from Redick gets the 3-pointer to fall. He has 6.
The focus, the precision. Once Reddick gets any airspace to shoot the deep ball, he seizes on the opportunity.
Pass to Kennard. Now Zubac. Now here's Beverly. Guarded by Doncic. Just 5 on the clock.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And now the Clippers on the break. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Misses the chippy right there.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Reggie Jackson's checked in for Los Angeles. A different look for Dallas. Now the pass to Richardson. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Kennard's shot is off.
Not a single shot has gone down this period. It is the very definition of ice cold.
Passes to Marjanovic. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Here's Richardson. Slammed in by Richardson.
Oh, here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. Here's Kennard. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. At the end of one, a closely contested game. And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed what it takes for young players.
You know, this game, it's...
Greg, you know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
On the court for Dallas here in the second, they've got Richardson. Dwight Powell is out there with Marjanovic. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. Powell against Morris. They get the rebound. Finney-Smith kicks to Powell. Richardson outside. Lets it go with the 3. Drains the three-pointer. Richardson's got the lead up to 5 now for Dallas.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney-Smith is tough, and, Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year, more efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls, and I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney-Smith is a guy you can win with.
Inside, Richardson. It's hauled in by Zubac. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. Trailing by 2. Pass to Batum. Back to Jackson. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. Shot clock reset for Dallas. Doesn't go for him. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That is his first foul of the game. Clippers have gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Jackson passes to Kennard. Jackson against Brunson. Jackson drives in, and the dunk by Jackson.
And with a quick first step, Jackson remains a threat to drive on any defender.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Brunson against Jackson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Brunson's got his first bucket in this one. And here's Jackson. Pass to Kennard. Back to Jackson. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. 4 on the shot clock. And here's Morris for 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Here's Finney-Smith. Another 3 for Dallas.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
Jackson kicks to Zubas. That's in, and the Dallas lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Kennard.
This guy plays with such confidence and ability to score in a variety of ways. Nice.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. The pass to Richardson. Batum grabs the miss. Batum's got 6 rebounds in the game. Now here's Kennard. Defense right on him. Morris finds Kennard. Shot from 16. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. It's Richardson on the wing. Passes it to Finney-Smith. A three-pointer, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
The shot's good from Kennard.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Dallas calls timeout.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, this is why you hate to lose momentum. It can be hard to get it back.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And some changes here for the Mavericks. The Mavericks have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. And here's Doncic from the arc. The putback, Porzingis on the follow. Porzingis has got it all tied up now for the Mavs.
And to me, this is what KP has got to do. Porzingis has the size and length to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Hardaway against Leonard. Clock at 6. Porzingis with the block.
You know, when you drive the lane, you have to know where Porzingis is, because with his reach, he can sneak up and send that shot away anytime.
Not a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets under.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They didn't get more than a 1 possession. And that'll do it.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. LA has gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it. And it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Paul George. And it's Ibaka in at the 5 down low. Shoots from the high post. Again, Los Angeles. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, it said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebounding. Unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
Here's Leonard. George with no one around. And again, Los Angeles with a triple.
Wow, what a start to this half. 3 for 3, dictating the pace on the offensive end. They're rolling early.
The 3 for Doncic. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Doncic has got 5 points so far.
And Doncic loves the ability to respond with a 3. That is tough.
Beverly against Redick. And stolen by Redick. Outside Hardaway. It's hauled in by George. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Clippers. The lead is 2. Doncic with the block.
Doncic known for his offense, but twice on the pipe. Send it back, young sir.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Redick against Beverly. And George now top of the key. 6 on the shot clock. Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment. But the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then. But I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
You simply cannot let Serge Ibaka get into a rhythm from that range. His mid-range is as good as it gets.
Doncic looking it over. For the lead, Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Well, Patrick Beverly puts it on the deck, drives to the cup, and will get to the free throw line.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Batum comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. Marcus Morris is checked in for Leonard. And it's Kennard in for Paul George. Doncic against Beverly. And Doncic throws it down.
Well, Luka can get himself into the paint with consistency. And boy, does he make that a high percentage finish.
Pass to Zubac. Now, here's Kennard. And he goes in for the dunk.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? The 3 for Doncic. He can't get it to go.
I'll tell you, they're going to need more from this guy if they're going to cut into this deficit.
You want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Zubac against Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
This incredible confidence that Luka Doncic possesses, my goodness.
Pass to Morris. Hardaway with the steal. Fast break, here they come. A finish. And then Hardaway with the... And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Richardson outside. And there's the pass to Marjanovic. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass
and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
Stolen by Brunson. It's all tied here in Los Angeles. And coming up as soon as we... And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And the Mavericks with possession here. On the court for the Mavericks. Dwight Powell is out there with Marjanovic. Then it's Josh Richardson. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Finney Smith in at the three. It's good on the putback.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Passes it to Kennard. Lets the three fly. But they get it back. The Mavericks leading, and here they come. Jacks up a three. Buries it from three-point range.
Not everyone has the green light to take that three in transition, but he does, especially with the defense already set up protecting the paint.
Pass to Kennard. Launches a three. He can't get that one to fall. And it's Dallas the other way. Pass to Marjanovic. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And it's a 7-point Maverick lead.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
The drive by Jackson. And again, unable to change momentum here. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. That one goes in. And the Mavericks lead by 9.
Adding to their advantage, trying to find a way to blow this one open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
And the Clippers call time here.
Definitely not pleased with their rebounding at the defensive end. The number of putbacks they've allowed has been terrible. I'm sure that's what he's going to address during this timeout.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Teron Lewis, he talked with the team, and he was emphatic. He said, we are not going to win this game playing this way, fellas. You've got to step it up. You've got to get aggressive, and you've got to battle to get back in this thing. We'll see if that pep talk got them going, guys.
Dallas calls timeout. And during this timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor, and these timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Patrick Beverley. Then for the Mavericks, Porzingis is checked in for Marjanovic. Redick comes in for Josh Richardson. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Doncic against George. And Doncic throws it down.
And if you want to talk about liftoff, folks, he went right from the launching pad. Serious extended hang time there. Even at full speed, it looked like he was in slow motion. Just amazing.
Kennard's shot is off.
Well, he had the defense's attention, dropping 2 threes in the first half, but he hasn't made one since.
Now Doncic from deep. Another three for Dallas.
No three-pointers for him in that first half, but the second half, different story.
Here's Cousins. Nice touch on the bank shot. Cousins has got his first basket.
We say it time and time again in this league. Good offense will be good defense every single night. That is why Cousins puts up the numbers he does.
George against Doncic. There's the pass to Redick. Shot clock at 5. Floats it up for Doncic. And here we go. Cousins heading to the hoop. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, 6'10", 270, but still incredibly agile. DeMarcus Cousins, no trouble making plays off the bounce.
And the Clippers making a change here. Beverly's checked in. Dallas leading by 7. Now here's Doncic. 1:52 left in the fourth. Shot clock at 6. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
Luka Doncic is so clever. This guy able to draw the contact to get himself to the free throw line.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. So he gets them both, and it's a 9-point ball game. The Clippers running out of time. George looking over the floor. They get it back. Zubac kicks to Leonard. George against Doncic. Another shot. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Howell's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Redick for 3. With the putback. Great positioning on the putback. Howell's got the lead up to 11 now for Dallas.
Well, this is a big part of what Dwight Powell needs to do. Battle hard on the offensive glass, turn those second chance opportunities into points.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Mavericks.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for Luka Doncic.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Doncic outside. From deep three-point range, from beyond the arc, and then some.
Man, that is ridiculous range from Luka Doncic. Yes, step across half-court line, I'm in my range.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. George way outside. Zubac, the second chance points on the tip in.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
You know, give him credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
And I think for Luka Doncic, one thing he showed right away is he was prepared to be an NBA player. And the fact of the matter is he could be an all-star for a long time moving forward.
And George gets it to go.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. They keep. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps. Batum is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Paul George, and it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3 spot. Now here's Beverly. Left side, Leonard. He dishes it to Batum. Outside for George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the inside, Ibaka. Nurkic with the block. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1 block.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
Lillard scanning the floor. We have an awesome backcourt battle tonight, Steve. Let me ask, are we in a guard-centric league right now?
We are, Kevin. I mean, we've always had great guards, and they lead you through championships with their leadership and their play, along with the big guy. But what's happening right now, Kevin, the big man is playing like a guard. The skill level of these 7-footers to be able to shoot threes, dribble, pass. So it does seem like a guard-centric league right now because everybody can play that position. That time he kept it himself. Leonard playing a chess game on the pick and roll.
Here's McCollum. He kicks to Powell. Nurkic, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
Leonard inside, guarded by Powell. Count it, good.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
Trailblazers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. McCollum kicks to Lillard. From outside the arc, it's rebounded by Leonard. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Outside, George. Up again, stayed with it, but they couldn't get it to fall. Lillard against Beverly. And Lillard gets it to go.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
McCollum against George. From deep, here's Leonard, and finished off by Leonard.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
McCollum finds Lillard. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
What strength from Lillard. Just not allowing the defense to have the last word.
George passes to Leonard. Out to Ibaka. Baseline J on the way. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
And Lillard gets it to go. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, the pass to Leonard. Outside, George steps back and fires. Again, Los Angeles.
Proving how dangerous he is. Give George these looks, and he'll knock him down.
George against McCollum. Down low, Batum with the steal. A 3 from Leonard. Outside, George buries the long-range jumper. George has got 5.
He's been doing this a long time. George can hurt you from outside, inside, and everywhere in between.
And a wide-open look for McCollum, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Mano a mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
Sometimes it's a matter of pride, answering back with a 3 of his own.
Now here's Leonard. No good off the back of the rim.
Everything worked except for the outcome. You want him to shoot that every time.
Lillard finds Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 8.
Great dish from Nurkic there. He really has a sixth sense for those reads.
The 3 from George. And another 3 for the Clippers. Good if it goes. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA Clippers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We've got more in store for you right after this. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's man in at the 3 spot. Kennard kicks to Zubac. Pass to Morris. Just 4 to shoot. Back to Zubac. Pass to Morris. Here's man. Second chance effort. Morris right side. It's stolen by Jones. Here's the break. Here's Simons. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Pass to Kennard. The 3. And Cantor pulls it down. Trailblazers leading by 3. Now here's Jones. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Back to Anthony. Trailblazers moving the ball around. 3-pointer. A nice shot by Simons. Simons has got the lead up to 6 now for the Trailblazers.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
And the pass to Kennard. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Kennard's got himself on the board with 3 there. Hollis Jefferson passes to Cantor. Here's Simons. Offline with his 3. Clippers trail by 3. Kennard for 3. And another 3 for the Clippers.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Simons surveying the D. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Good work defensively by Morris. Jackson passes to man. That gives them the lead. And the Clippers lead by 2.
I like when Reggie Jackson is seeking out his teammates. He could have took that shot, but his teammate, he was wide open.
Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Simons. Six on the shot clock. Clippers have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Kennard for 3. The Clippers get another chance here. Here's Mann. Off target with his 3. Portland's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Pass to Simons. To end the run. Portland again missing.
And all quarter long, it's been the same story. Inconsistent with his offense.
Kennard's shot is off.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
Los Angeles has gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. And here's Jackson. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Having a shaky time from the floor, but his teammates have been picking up the slack.
Out to Anthony. The dish to Jones. Passes it to Simons. Here's Cantor. The pass to Simons. Takes the three, and he's good on the three ball. Simons has got a couple of three-pointers in the second for Portland. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
To the middle. Kennard kicks to Zubas. Nice break. Here come the Trailblazers. Pass to Simons. Now Hollis Jefferson. Jones the pass to Simons. Goes back up. For the three. Kept alive.
Bringing a strong work ethic defensive.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. Some good action during the period, as it was just... Thanks for joining us.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
They've got Jones. Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then it's Rondé Hollis Jefferson. And it's Simons in at the 1 spot. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half. Nobody near Leonard. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Now, here's Leonard. He's got 6. Dishes to Ibaka. Back to Leonard. There's the 3. Good on the three-point shot. Now it's a 5-point Clipper lead.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Simons, the pass to Cantor. Jones with it. Leonard picks him up. Simons. And he overshot that one, missing.
He's had a tough time getting it going, and he's put this team behind the 8 ball.
Pass to Ibaka. Back to Beverly. Takes a 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
To stop the run, a nice shot by Simons. Simons has got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, that's a great shot. Third 3 of the game for him, first in this half.
Beverly dishes to George. Leonard against Jones. Leonard kicks to George. Beverly, the pass to Ibaka. Again, Los Angeles.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Simons, defended by Beverly. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
And that's how you do it. Ibaka still able to surprise people very quick off the floor.
Great positioning on the putback. Batum's got the lead up to 9 now for Los Angeles.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
The offensive rebound, Cantor. The putback, Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall. And so Beverly will bring it up for Los Angeles. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
So Portland ends up going with the new group.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. And the basket by Lillard.
Something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Lillard against Jackson. Now Nurkic. Powell with it. Passes it to Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
And get out of the way. Nurkic drives with tremendous physicality.
There's the pass to Kennard. Now here's Zubac. Kicks it to Jackson. Back to Zubac. From the low block, man passes to Zubac. It's over Powell. Again, Los Angeles.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. Here's Covington. Reverses. Nurkic trying to get open. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a three-point opportunity.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Clippers leading by 6. 17 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Kennard. The tray. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Yeah, the defense has allowed him to get into a rhythm from there, and he's been relentless.
And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. Clippers lead by 9. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. So for the Clippers right now, Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverly. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the 3. Yep, it goes. And the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from McCollum. Here's Beverly. Zubac kicks to Kennard. The Trailblazers shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Morris finds Beverly. Back to Morris. Pass to Man. Passes to Beverly. 5 on the clock. Covington with the steal. McCollum against Kennard. And finished off by Nurkic.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
Beverly, the pass to Kennard. Here's Zubac. Lays it up off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 8.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
Here's Lillard. And that one drops for him.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles.
wearing the number 0 for a reason. Damian Lillard has it on his back for his city, Oakland, just the latest star from the town.
Outside, George. Leonard, the pass to Ibaka. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 4 assists in the game.
That's a well-timed play, well executed, and Serge, a quick, powerful roller to work with.
A 3 from McCollum. The Clippers grab the miss. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Nobody near George. And a miss there on the triple.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
Covington finds Lillard. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Jackson dishes to Leonard. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Trailblazers trail by 5. Now here's Paul. Covington kicks to Nurkic, and the pass to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Lock at 6. They get it again. Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
And the swag Nurkic plays with, it's infectious. He doesn't back down from taking a big shot.
Outside Leonard. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. The pump fake kept the D off balance and gave him room. And the Clippers lead by 5.
Crucial points. Kawhi stepping up to the plate when his team needs him the most.
Jackson against Lillard. Tips it. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. Nurkic has got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, and that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the Timberwolves.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
A 3 from McCollum. Lillard from outside. Nurkic. It counts. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
I tell you what, he was on a mission on that possession. Did not stop working until he got it up and in.
George up top. He's guarded by McCollum. Got it.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. McCollum outside. Good. A tremendous three to tie it up.
And when it matters most, the coach has the confidence that McCollum will deliver.
George against McCollum. Outside Jackson. And George, here we go. Money!
No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
And so the timeout by Terry Stotts here. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, tough situation here, but they do have enough time to get a catch and shoot. It's going to have to be very quick, but they do have time.
And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Kawhi Leonard.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hands.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. Always a big home court advantage here in the Mile High. Here are the five for the Clippers. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Baca is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George. And it's Jackson in at the point. And for the Nuggets, we've got Aaron Gordon. Bill Barton is out there with Murray. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Jokic in at the center position. Now here's Murray. And Brent, these teams boasting great depth. Many feel that's a hallmark of a great front office.
You go back and you look, Kevin, at some of the teams that have made deep playoff runs or eventually won the championships. That tinkering about bringing in a veteran or just one piece to make that next step for that one matchup or that one series. Finding contributions like that up and down the roster, absolutely, that can make a difference.
Now, here is George, following the miss by Jamal Murray. Just 5 to shoot. Ibaka, wide open, he fires. Jokic grabs the miss.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Gordon dishes to Murray. Jokic trying to free himself up. Murray, no good.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
George passes to Ibaka. Outside Jackson. There's the triple. Denver grabs the miss. Here's Murray, and there's the feed to Barton. Back to Murray. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
And, well, he's been the NBA's leader in blocks multiple times. Ibaka just has that rare instinct for it.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Here's George. Lays it up and banks it in. George has got the first points up on the board here for Los Angeles.
Yeah, Paul George anticipating contact, preparing for it, and just how smooth the finish was that, Kevin.
Jokic kicks to Murray. That one off the back iron and out.
That's 0 for 4 now. Time to slow it down and maybe get the best possible shot the next time down.
Jackson looking around. Leonard finds Jackson. His three-pointers off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
You dig down deep at some of the numbers. Jokic is a much better defender than what he gets credit for. I think we always think about athleticism around rim protection, but sometimes it's just about size and smarts, and he has that.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The 6'10" Serbian Jokic is doing a little bit of everything. A decent scorer, a determined rebounder, and, of course, an elite passer.
Now here's Jackson. Here's George. Pass to Ibaka. And, yes, it's good. And Jokic likes physical play. Brent, he embraces the contact.
Well, you look at his physique, and I think he can absorb a lot of what it is that comes his way. But he's comfortable wrestling. He's got brothers. He knows what that's like. And he also loves to mess around with those press conference microphones, as we see.
And it's Murray with the jam.
That is one athletic young player. Murray making those dunks look easy.
Jackson dishes to George. 1:43 left in the first quarter. There's the lob to the hoop. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Goes up, and Jokic throws it down.
Jokic getting out and running. That's a huge plus for this offense. Determined to beat some people up the court.
Barton against George. And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And it's good for two.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Murray against Jackson. Murray, good.
What a great option he gives them on every possession.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Trailing by 2. From the arc. No good. Shot missing. And Denver the other way now. Murray with it. Leonard picks him up. Murray the pass to Gordon. Outside for Murray. And Denver again with the bucket.
Well, a polished score and good recognition as Jamal Murray understood the timing that he needed to catch and fire.
Clippers trail by 4. We've got 28 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Jackson finds George. No good from outside. Denver's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Quarter passes to Jokic. Fades away. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. And there's Jackson on the assist by George.
Yeah, we love when great offensive players get in a scoring rhythm, but Paul George right now in a great passing rhythm tonight.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Nuggets. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. We've got Patrick Beverley. Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubats. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the 3 slot. Now here's Rivers. It's hauled in by Zubats. And here's Beverly. And there's the pass to man. Kennard on the wing. Clock at 4 over Millsap. Shots good by Kennard. Kennard's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for Los Angeles.
Well, looking into the gaps of the defense there, he's not going to miss many of those when he gets to that range.
Millsap inside. He's against Morris. Millsap misses.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Now, here's Kennard. Fires the 3. He doesn't hit that one. Denver shooting only 27% from the field, looking pretty ugly out there. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
I like that, staying alert. Rivers keeping his head up to find the open man.
Morris outside. Pass to Zubats. Stolen by McGee. And here's the break. Second shot opportunity. And he sinks the layup. McGee's got the lead up to 4 now for Denver.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Passes it to Kennard. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by the Nuggets. Here's Rivers. Pass to Dozier. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. The Nuggets have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific kids, you're right. Now here's Rivers. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Ball's knocked loose. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Now here's Beverly. Now the pass to Kennard. Bangs home the trifecta. Kennard's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, if you're open, Patrick Beverly is going to do his best to get you the ball.
And Bones, he stands just 6'1", but Patrick Beverly rebounds like a forward.
The fact that he's going to bring it mentally, GA, I mean, that's the huge advantage. I think if you're in the opposing locker room and you know you're going to get on the floor, Patrick Beverly is going to be right in your jock for every minute that you're going to be competing against him.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Beverly against Morris. He lobbed.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. And it's Beverly missing.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Rivers kicks to Dozier. No good on the triple. The Clippers have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Beverly with the ball. Guarded now by Morris. Man can't hit. And Morris has got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. Dozier. And he makes good on the layup. Dozier's got 6 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Beverly against Morris. Over Millsap. They grab their own miss. Denver in the lead. And now here's Rivers, the fast break opportunity. McGee's shot is off.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
And when he's aggressive, watch out. Morris finishing through the contact, now going to the line to try and add one more.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. "17 seconds left in the first half of the game. Now Murray. He has 6. Pass to Jokic. 1 second left. Over Ibaka. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Well, you have to think if Jokic is that good a passer, his mind is always working. Why not work it to get contact like that?
And some good action through the first 2 quarters. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They were never able to get the lead of both. And that'll do it.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Gordon out there with Jokic. Then it's Will Barton. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Porter at the 3. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half. Jokic against Leonard. Pass to George. On the wing, Jackson. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Jackson's got the first bucket of the third here for Los Angeles. Now here's Murray. He feeds it to Gordon. That shot, no good. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Murray against Jackson. And Ibaka kicks to George. Pass to Leonard. Fires from deep. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
You think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor. I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
Here's George after the Nuggets pick up 2. The pass to Leonard. And it's off from three-point range. Nuggets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Barton passes to Jokic. To the paint. Here's Murray. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Murray's got 12.
Yeah, you can't leave people open around Jokic, and the offense is set up to have cutters and movement. They'll take advantage of the defense if they sleep.
Now here's Leonard. Feeds it to Ibaka. Kicks it out to Leonard. 6 to shoot. But they recover it. Outside, George. Here's Jackson. Batum wide open. He fires. The Clippers rebound. Ibaka, no luck. The Nuggets have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. And finished off by Porter.
Well, Barton had a good feel about what was happening defensively, and his teammate was wide open.
Jackson with it. He has 5. they get it. And the layup is up and in. He's got 7.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Murray finds Jokic. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Now here's Beverly. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Zubac the pass to Kennard. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by the Nuggets. Barton right side, and Jokic slams it in.
Jokic on an alley-oop, sweet.
Clippers trail by 4. Pass to Kennard. There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Down low, Zubac. Here's Mann. He's covered by Murray. And that one's good. Beverly.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Gordon. Good work defensively by Morris. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Here's Beverly. Passes it to Kennard. Now Zubac. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. He gets it up. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. They lead by 1. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So for the Clippers right now, they've got Kennard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's Mann in at the 3 spot. 3 on the clock. And it's McGee with the jam.
That's just unselfish. In the past, maybe Austin Rivers thinks about shooting it, holding on to the ball to take it himself.
And Beverly kicks to Zubac. Kennard against Rivers. The Nuggets leading by 3. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Out to Morris. Rivers in the corner. Back to Morris. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Here's Millsap, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Nice up fake from Millsap. He's just good at that move there.
And that one falls for Paul Millsap. Both free throws good for Millsap. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Rivers against Beverly. And here's Kennard. And the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Beverly against Morris. The dish now to Millsap. And he banks in the layup. And the Nuggets lead by 5.
Well, burning up the defense right now is Millsap on the interior, just finding enough space to create scoring chances.
Now Beverly. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Kennard's shot is off.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
And finished off by Rivers.
Aggressive move off the dribble. You could see the confidence growing right now for Austin Rivers.
To the middle. Pass to Kennard. Out to Morris. Here's the 3. Good on the triple.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Morris passes to Millsap. Morris against Beverly. Now the pass to Dozier. Back to Morris. The three. Hits it from three-point range. Morris has got the lead back up to 7 now for Denver.
Really the best result they could have hoped for on that possession. They get back all 3 points they just gave up and are close to putting this thing out of reach.
Now here's Kennard. Back to Beverly. Puts up a three. Kennard's shot is off.
Well, you make strides to get back in the ball game, but an errant shot like that can definitely cost you any kind of momentum. Have to use better judgment there.
Morris against Beverly. Now here's Rivers. He's tightly guarded. McGee dishes to Morris. And the rejection by Zubac. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. And that one drops. Morris has got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, important points from Morris. When he's feeling it, he'll step up and take control.
And so they foul intentionally. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. There's 1:17 left in the game. Now here's Murray. Outside Gordon. And Porter, here we go. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Out of nowhere, Gordon just soaring in there, and that athleticism carries him straight to the hoop.
George way outside. It drops. And now they trail by just 4.
That's why you turn to Paul George. These moments are for PG.
Jackson against Murray. Pass to Porter. Now here's Murray. He's guarded closely. And foul. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're trailing by 2. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now, let's present our New Balance player of the game, Nikola Jokic.
And as you'd expect, he's done most of his damage in that low block. I mean, that was the game plan, to get it to him in the paint and just let him go to work. And boy, has the big fella delivered. He has just killed them down low.
And a masterful defensive job by Barton as the shot's going up. That length certainly can alter some shots.
The Clippers starting five. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then it's Ibaka. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Cousins in a power forward. And for Dallas, they've got Willie Cauley-Stein. J.J. Redick is out there with Doncic. And there's Porzingis. And it's Hardaway in at the small forward position. Now, here's Doncic. Shot clock at 5. Redick passes to Cauley-Stein. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
You just throw it up there. Trill Will's going to take care of the rest.
Jackson dishes to Leonard. Porzingis with the block. Pass break Dallas. Redick's got the ball, and he gets the bucket.
And the timing and rhythm with which Redick plays, boy, he is feeling it right now.
Jackson with it. Now guarded by Redick. Leonard the pass to Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
And what a unique career Serge Ibaka has had. Some incredible totals for him over the course of his career.
That's right, Greg. I mean, I think people would be shocked to know Serge Ibaka was the first player ever to make 500 threes and have 1,500 blocks. Hard to imagine nobody had ever accomplished that feat. Give credit to Ibaka. He changed his offense and added the 3-ball.
Now, Doncic. Paul George missing from long range. Outside, Redick. That one, no good. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Pull-up jumper. And the foul called on Porzingis. That is his first foul of the game. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Redick against Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. Leonard, no luck. Mavericks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Doncic. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Boy, and the foul. Doncic has got great upper body strength. Completes the play. Nicely done.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throw of the game. LA's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket.
Yet another miss. Just 1 for 5. Not exactly an ideal start.
Redick with it. George picks him up. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's George. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
I'll tell you, there's little you can do to stop Paul George when he's got his game going. He has the lane to the rim, and you know he's going to finish.
Now, here's Doncic. Pass to Cauley Stein. Back to Doncic. From deep. Dallas again missing.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
And the dunk by Doncic.
Well, Luka can get himself into the paint with consistency, and boy, does he make that a high percentage finish.
George against Doncic. It's good. You know, you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to affecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA. Here's Leonard. Following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. And Ibaka kicks to George. Leonard, that's for two. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Back to Redick. Dallas moving it around. And stolen by Cousins. Outside Leonard. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Ibaka, the pass to George. Now the Mavericks moving it up. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring. And Tim Hardaway says, you know what? My teammate's open. I'm going to get him the ball.
George passes to Ibaka. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Ibaka's got his second basket.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. It's Dallas. They're up by 5. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Marcus Morris is out there with Batum. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Zubac in at the 5. Got a piece of it. And can't hit the shot. But they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the free throw line. It's on Nicholas Batum.
Boy, Dwight Powell is such a hard-playing, athletic big man. He could fit himself into any scheme right now.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
And the call, and yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. You're double checking, and the game continues on.
Feeds it to Powell. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Misses from close range. Kennard for 3. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
You know, probably could have gone strong to the hoop, but with the D out of position on the break, I like his decision to take the 3.
Brunson scanning the floor.
cannot believe he missed that one. Ooh, I'm sure he can't either.
Kennard for three. And it's Finney Smith with the rebound. The Mavericks have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Here's Marjanovic. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
You're fighting to keep the possession alive, something this guy does so well.
Beverly against Brunson. And the pass to Kennard. Unable to get that one. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Here's Richardson. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Morris with the bucket.
Well, I'll tell you this, if the defense collapses, if it makes a mistake momentarily, Beverly has the kind of basketball IQ to take advantage.
Beverly against Brunson. And the layup falls.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Morris outside. And the three off target. The Mavericks leading. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Pass to Marjanovic. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Off target from three-point range. The Mavericks have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Comes up empty down low. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. With the shot. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And that's where you want to make the next pass. This guy is a good scorer, but the defense was right on him.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Kennard for three. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Shoots the three, sinks the three-pointer. Kennard's got the game tied up here for Los Angeles.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Here's Brunson. This one for three. Batum grabs the miss. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. Kennard's shot is off. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Finney Smith kicks to Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Inside, it's stolen by Marjanovic. Passes it to Richardson. 2 on the clock. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Nicholas Batum.
Clearly a foul.
The Mavericks shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work, and it pays dividends.
And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Mavericks lead by 4. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. It was all about Dallas as the game got going. Their lead at one point was up to 7.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Here's Jackson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. We've got Hardaway. Porzingis is out there with Willie Cauley-Stein. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Doncic in at the 1. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
You can see the handle of Kawhi Leonard so much tighter than it used to be. How confident is he off the dribble? When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. But boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working.
4 on the clock. And it's Doncic missing.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it, because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Drops in the tray. Doncic has got 8. And Doris, you were talking about Leonard's work ethic. Going back to San Diego State, he used to come in at 6:30 in the morning. No lights on in the gym, so he brought his own lamps. I mean, the guy was dedicated.
No doubt, Kevin, and that has been the through line of his career. First to practice, last to leave. He has that hunger to improve, the drive and the desire to put in the time to be great. There's a price to be paid, and he's willing to pay it. Well, you won't see that kind of shot fall very often. Thank your lucky stars.
The 3 for Doncic. Nailed from three-point land. Doncic has got 2 now from beyond the arc in the 3rd for the Mavs. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Jackson with it. He's picked up by Doncic. Back to George. Again, Los Angeles.
80% shooting to start the 3rd, 4 for 5.
Dallas has gone 2 of 3 when they've ventured outside the arc in the 3rd quarter. Doncic looking it over. And the dunk by Doncic.
This incredible confidence that Luka Doncic possesses, my goodness.
George against Doncic. From deep three-point range, George, no good. Mavericks leading by 3. Hardaway dishes to Cauley-Stein. Some nice passing here by Dallas. And finished off by Kristaps Porzingis.
Don't tell me I'm just a finesse big man. KP with the highlight reel material.
Now, here is George. 11 points in the game. Leonard inside. Guarded by Hardaway. The layup off target.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently, how about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back to how about Kobe going to the Lakers, McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit, and I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. J.J. Redick's checked in for the Mavericks. And Beverly kicks to Morris. 1:02 left in the 3rd. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley-Stein, a presence defensively.
A shake. The shot that time, not on target. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Beverly shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Tim Hardaway picks one up.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Boy, Patrick Beverly, what a pleasure this guy is to watch. The level of competitiveness, the commitment to the defensive end. Man, he can raise the team.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Beverly with the ball. Pass to Kennard. A 3-ball. Hits the 3-point bomb. Kennard's got 14 points.
Though he may not be a natural point guard, Patrick Beverly understands how to find his teammates.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And the wide open shot from Redick. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. That's in, and the Dallas lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Kennard.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Dallas Mavericks. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we'll be right back after this. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Batum is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverly. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Kennard in at the 2 spot.
Those defenders just looked a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Morris outside. Back to Beverly. With the floater. The rebound by Marjanovic.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right, he stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
Redick against Morris. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Beverly. No good that time. And it's Dallas the other way. On up the court. Here's Redick. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Mavericks lead by 6.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. A three-pointer is right on target. Kennard's got 20 points.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
And here's Brunson. The pass to Redick. From deep. Knocks down the 3-ball.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Pass to Kennard. Fires for 3. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
It's a scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Zingas, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Willie Cauley-Stein comes in for Dwight Powell. Hardaway's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And Willie Cauley-Stein gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Now George. Clock at 6. To tie it up. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Doncic outside. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
We are talking about a clever scorer. Luka Doncic has developed such a knack for getting to the free throw line.
Luke Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers.
And he's got such a smooth stroke, and it never changes, even in this kind of a high-pressure situation.
1:57 left to play here in the fourth. George, no good.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Porzingis passes to Doncic. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Doncic has got the lead up to 8 now for the Mavs. George against Doncic. Doncic with the steal. A pass to Porzingis.
Hard to find a lot of precedence in the past for a player the size of Porzingis who can handle and shoot it the way he does. Special talent, no question. Maybe reminds you of KG or Dirk.
George double teamed. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Leonard with no one around. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
They seem to concede that shot, and his response is, thank you very much.
Mavericks leading by 8. 1:12 left in the fourth quarter. Doncic right side. He dishes it to Redick. Shot clock at 6. Passes it to Porzingis. Dallas needs to get off a shot. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Clippers have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. But they'll get another chance. Kennard for 3. No good, and he's missed half of his 14 field goal attempts. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. For 3. The Clippers grab the miss.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Well, it's been a hard-fought battle through much of the night. They just missed out on a couple of opportunities they'd love to do over. Paul George loves delivering when the game is on the line at his absolute best.
The shot by Redick, no good.
And I like the bold move of going right back at him to return the 3, but he just couldn't get it to go.
Offensive rebound. Outside for George. Kennard for 3. Off target with that shot. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight.